For Taurus, I want to go into January, and then I want to go more into March. So the first 2 weeks of January, I'm seeing things picking up. And it's almost like if there was a job that you needed, or if you needed an increase with money, if you needed more stability in your circumstances, your resources, there it is. But at the same time, it's almost like held up. It's almost like jump for that apple, or you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, or you can almost grab onto it, but you can't quite have it. So there could be a little bit of frustration going on there. Then things seem to sort of level out, and we're waiting on a bit, and then we go into March, and I'm feeling more toward the end of March, there seems to be some increase, like a flare up with, circumstances, opportunity for growth, change, development, but it's really going to require that you're willing to work with it and go with the flow. So it's going to take you being wise enough to use your initiative and to set goals and to stay focused. I also feel for about a 2 to 3 month process right after that. So April, May, June, I'm feeling relationships pressing in and coming to the forefront of growth. Potential advantage for you, of course, because you have free will, but definitely you testing relationships or relationships testing you. Now, these do feel for the most part like they're hitting on a more personal note. We're talking family, friends, community, those in your inner circle, and really making you examine whether or not there is a healthy balance, what it is that you give and what it is that you receive. So you're going to have to figure out not only what it is that you want to receive from people, but are you worthy of having that? Are you contributing on the same level? Cutting off things like codependency, any manipulation behind the scenes, a lot of emotional manipulation will be coming to the forefront. What you want is genuine. What you want is raw and truth. So we see a lot of the number 7 here, truths being revealed. And I think that if you're honest about who you are, what you contribute, and what you're worthy of having, we're going to see more into the third quarter and the end of the year, that being more positive for you, as well as the payouts from the beginning with your money and resources. Christina, what do you got for them?
They have Uranus square Saturn, so they have that energy that needs an adjustment, some shakeups going on in their 1st and 10th. So how people see them in the world and their career. So there's big shifts going on there. Big opportunities with career, because there is an opportunity promised, but the hard work is definitely going to be needed in order to achieve more freedom. There could be a frustration with like authority figures, perhaps. North Node in Gemini, so they're going to change their values, a new direction. But the money and the opportunities can be very lasting. If like Saturn always says, you have to be very moral. So if you're being moral with your choices, and the eclipse axis for them is the 2nd and 8th. So that is intimacy, like you were saying, in relationships, boundaries, that type of stuff. And there's going to be shifts there. Shared money, so money that you share with somebody else. There's change there, and a shift in your value system as well. If you are looking for love, August and September are a good time to meet somebody. Mid-December is actually a good time to be in a committed partnership. And you might meet somebody whose values finally align to yours at the end of the year. And for Taurus, Mercury retrogrades in the 10th and in the 2nd and in the 6th. So very much, about work. It really looks like there's a huge focus on work this year. Taurus and Taurus rising, and even the moon to a certain point.